Bonjour les enfants, comment ça va? Ça va bien? Quel temps fait-il aujourd'hui? What's the weather like today? Let's have a look. Il neige. Can you remember that? Is it snowing? Remember we're throwing snowballs? Il pleut. What was that one? Is it raining? Il fait chaud. What was that one? Is it hot? Il fait mauvais. Is it not a very nice day? What would you say? How would you describe the weather? Years 3, 4, 5 and 6. You might be able to remember how to say it's a nice day. Il fait beau. Il fait beau. Il y a du soleil. It is sunny. Mais il fait froid. It is a bit cold. So remember, just by changing our voices, we can change a statement into a question. We can say, is it sunny? Il y a du soleil? Is it cold? Il fait froid? Or as opposed to saying, it is cold, il fait froid. So, it's a lovely sunny day. It's spring. Can you remember how to say spring? Year 4, we've just done it. 5 and 6, can you remember? Year 3, we'll do it next year. Spring, have a think. It's not one of those words that's a cognate. It's not similar to English at all. Printemps. Printemps, it's a spring day. So today we're going to talk about Easter, which is really one of the joys of spring, is celebrating Easter. And remember, in our lessons we talk about similarities and differences between the way we live our lives and the way that they live their lives in France. And Easter, again, we've got lots and lots of parallels. It's that coming together of friends, of family, in theory. Obviously, this year will be a bit different, but the tradition of Easter is about celebrating, and lots of people will do that in their own ways, but people will generally share a special meal, they'll be giving of chocolates, and have we ever thought about why that is? So, I think you might have remembered we've said that years and years ago, France was traditionally a Catholic country. Most of the people practiced and believed in the Catholic religion. Now, over a period of time, whilst that still is true with lots and lots of people in France, it's become a mixture of enrichment of different cultures and different religions, and some people that don't practice religion at all. But those traditions that stem from years and years ago are still celebrated today in their own way. Now, Joyeuses Pâques, Easter, which is what we're going to talk about, really does come from the story Bible of Jesus passing on, Jesus dying, and then Jesus coming back to life. So in France, what happens is, on Good Friday, the church bells fall silent. And the reason behind that is that they tell the children the church bells fly off to the Vatican, to Rome, to see the Pope. And then on Easter Sunday, the tradition goes that the church bells fly back over the gardens of the children to celebrate that rebirth of Jesus and to celebrate the fact that Easter is here. And on their way back to the churches, so that the bells can start ringing out on Easter Sunday morning, they drop chocolate into the gardens of the children, chocolate eggs. So somebody will shout out that the eggs have arrived in the garden, and the children will run out with their baskets and collect their Easter eggs. So now France is a very big country, and not every region will celebrate in the exact same way. In Alsace, which is on the Swiss and German border, they celebrate in slightly different ways. And in some parts of France, you'll have processions. There'll be all sorts of different things going on. But on Easter Sunday, lots of people will get together and they'll share a traditional meal, much as some of us might do here. They will give chocolate. In some places they have an egg rolling competition. In some places they throw eggs up into the air and the children try and catch them. And in some places they decorate eggs. So why eggs? Is it because it's the beginning of a new life? Is it because during the period of Lent, traditionally centuries ago, people gave up eggs, and so they're now starting to eat eggs and they're decorating them and gifting them? Well, I'm going to ask one. I'm wondering if you'd like to maybe have a go at decorating some eggs. It does not have to be anything at all to do with Easter. We've got lots and lots and lots of different ideas. Don't know whether you can see. You can see daffodils. We've got rabbits. You might just want to say Happy Easter. And you can have a look, this little duck. What we've done at our house, I'll just show you. We haven't been able to this year go out and collect twigs for our Easter tree. So I've just got a basket that the children normally put together on twigs. And then what we have done, we've blown the yolk and the white of an egg through the holes at the top and the bottom. And then we have decorated, well, my daughter's decorated an egg for Easter. We've saved the inside at the minute because we're saving all of our shopping. She's done a rainbow to be in keeping with the current situation. And just wondered if you wanted to decorate your own Easter egg to maybe write a bit of French on there, Happy Easter. You could write Happy Spring, Joyeux Printemps, if you'd like to. Whatever you choose. And if you want to share that with us, it'd be great to see them. If you want to share any of your Poissons d'Avril, it'd be great to see them. Anyway, have a lovely Easter break. Stay in, stay safe, and I'll send more videos after the holidays. Au revoir. Enfants, comment ça va? Hello everybody, how are you? Just wanted to get in touch with a bit of French. So, comment ça va? Ça va bien? Ça va? Ça va très bien? Comme ci, comme ça? Ça va mal. Oh, ça va très mal. Hopefully not. I just wanted to get in touch because of Wednesday the 1st of April. Now, years 5 and 6, I wonder if you can remember the significance of the 1st of April in France and how they celebrate it. And years 3 and 4, I wonder if you've come across this before. Some of you may have done. So the 1st of April, mercredi, le 1er avril, Wednesday the 1st of April, also known as April Fool's Day, is quite well celebrated in France, and they celebrate with something called Poisson d'Avril. Poisson d'Avril? An April fish? Yes, you did hear me right, an April fish. Well, why, first of all? Well, as with a lot of stories, there might be different versions, but I'm going to go with the one that was set by King Charles IX in 1564. He decided to change the calendar. That's right, he decided to change the calendar. Previously, the 1st of April was New Year's Day. But in 1564, King Charles IX in France decided to change New Year's Day to being the 1st of January, which is where we celebrate it today. So a lot of people were a bit surprised about that and thought, well, hold on, we normally share gifts on the 1st of the year, so we still want to do that. However, the 1st of year now being the 1st of January, maybe we'll celebrate by giving fake gifts. And that's how the tradition started. Gifts of, that were funny, some jokes, some tricks that they played on people. But where did the Poisson d'Avril come into it? Well, it also coincided, that April time also coincided with Easter, and lots of people didn't eat meat during the period of Lent leading up to Easter, so the gifting of fish was quite common. Hence, people decided to give fake fish. And now we come to our tradition of Poisson d'Avril. And in France, what the children will be doing on the 1st of April is cutting out and decorating little paper fish and sticking them on people's backs. And if they can do that without being noticed, they'll run away and shout out, Poisson d'Avril! So I'm going to be cutting out and decorating some little pretend fish and getting some sellotape and sticking them on backs of the members of my family on Wednesday. I wondered if you wanted to do the same. You could decorate your fish however you wanted. You could use all your colours. You could label your colours in French. Up to you. You could also, if you wanted to, think of some jokes. I'll just share a couple in recent years that have been quite funny in France and in Britain. You could even think of your own. One that springs to mind is when there was a news article saying that Google had introduced a translator for animals. You could try that one. Tell some people about that and see if they think it's funny. Will they believe it? There's another one that the French train system, the SNCF, decided, well, they announced that they were going to use Homer Simpson's voice as a voiceover for all of the trains. That's one of my favourites. Another one of my favourites is when they decided they were going to change the analogue face of Big Ben into digital. I'll just quickly show you a picture of that now. And some of your family might remember a very popular one where the BBC showed a news article about spaghetti growing on trees. Anyway, they're just some of the classics. I wonder if you could think of your own. Have fun, stay in, stay safe. Au revoir.